Life here, bringing us a brand new video, and today, oh boy, Patreon, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Okay, so Patreon has been a very controversial site for a while now. Okay, they've, at least in the political sphere, they've been known for banning people for saying or doing stuff off-site, and that's just ridiculous, to say the least. That's like getting banned on YouTube for doing something stupid on Twitter, which I think has happened before. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I'm sure there's going to be an example of that happening, but, you know, it's like getting banned on Facebook for saying something stupid on Twitter or something like that, except it's even worse because Patreon, for a lot of people, is their lives. Now, for the longest time, nobody really cared because it was really only far-right people who were getting banned and stuff like that, and I can understand why people didn't really care, but, you know, when, like, freaking Sargon of Akkad, who's a libertarian, gets banned for saying something really, really stupid on a stream that had nothing to do with his Patreon, I think that people should have taken notice because they were going to gun after other people that people actually do care about, other outside of political stuff. And now we got them going after artists. Now, this is something they've been doing for a while. But however, they've really been up in their ante recently, and now it's getting ridiculous, okay? So, artists have been under attack by Patreon for, well, just drawing lewd images. Okay, and specifically lewd images of anime characters or of acts that aren't considered appropriate. By that I mean they basically have been going after anything that's objectionable. But however, that's really up for a debate. Now, the specific things that they are talking about, I'm talking about a 4-letter R word, so art that depicts that, art that depicts characters that look even remotely childlike, which to Patreon seems to be anything anime related, because you can have I've seen freaking people talking about artists who have been banned on Patreon for drawing anime characters, and then somebody reports it as like a younger character when it's not, and Patreon just rolls with it, or even worse, Patreon like moderates it and is like, yeah, this character is underage. Wait, no, you can literally show them the Wikipedia entry of them being an adult, but no, they don't care. And this censorship is really starting to ramp up now, because now they are banning people even for off-site stuff. So that was a way that some artists were getting around it, was that they would post their lesser questionable stuff on Patreon and then have like links or something off-site, or heck, not even do that and just be like, hey, I uploaded a picture on my Twitter, go take a look at it. Because Twitter, like, okay, as much crap as I will give Twitter, because Twitter is generally one of the worst social media sites ever for any kind of discourse or discussion, my god, it is one of the best places for artists to share anything, because they literally do not have any, like, at least as far as I can tell, any restrictions on what kind of art you can share on Twitter. So they were doing that for a while, and now Patreon has started banning people for that. And Patreon will actually actively look for your your off-site stuff and ban you for it. Okay, there have been multiple examples. I will leave a link down below to a guy called Vito. He's a much bigger YouTuber than me. I think he has God, it's been a while since I've looked, but he's got hundreds of thousands of followers, if not more. But he's a huge YouTuber, I'm trying to say. And he did a big Twitter thing where he was talking about how, yeah, this is going on, and I will leave a link down to his Twitter thread about it, because this is really messed up and people need to see about it and all that. And this all comes on the heels of Patreon actually getting sued for arbitration by a bunch of Patreon users who were banned, which is awesome. It's great. They really need to do that, because Patreon, they really shouldn't have a right to do this, okay? I get it. They really want to be able to control and what's on their site and have a good image, and I get that. But at the same time, you're messing with people's livelihoods here. Okay, and there's no good alternatives. There's Subscribe Star, but who uses that? And then yeah, sure, you can make your own website and everything, but you're gonna be relying on somebody finding it or finding your art on like Twitter or Facebook, and then hoping that they do indeed go to your website and donate or something. That's not very reliable, and that really does suck. So I just, like, what the hell, Patreon? This is ridiculous. It really, really, really is. So I don't even know what to say. The only thing I can really say is that if you are an artist, or you are friends of an artist, or you are subscribed to an artist on Patreon, please consider getting off Patreon. Tell your friends, get off Patreon. They are a toxic company that want to control everything that's on their site and prevent people from being able to make a livelihood off their talents. Okay, I don't care if you have a particular objection to any art or anything. This is pure and sole censorship. And, I personally don't like a lot of, like, what people have been getting banned for. I mean, like, in the sense that I'm not into that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm into anime art and stuff like that, but, like, the stuff depicting less than pleasant acts upon people, I'm not too big on, but I will defend their right to make that art and make money off of it, because it's their right. They are artists. Okay, I've tried the art thing. It's hard. It's not easy. And an artist deserves to get money for their work. It's that simple. So I'm just worried with everything just going crazy with this, that things are only going to get worse. It starts with Patreon, and then who's to say, because they've done it before with like other alt tech, where like maybe, sure, all these artists go to Subscribe Star, and then Subscribe Star gets blocked or something, which has happened. Freaking Gab, which has really fallen off the the sanity meter, has been blocked on everything. BitChute, you did freaking no app made for it, because Apple and Google won't let them use it. So, there's a Patreon app. As far as I know, there's not a Subscribe Star app. Actually, I'm going to double check that right now. Is there a Subscribe Star app? I'm going to check on the App Store. Subscribe Star. There is no Subscribe Star app. Okay, so that already makes it that much harder for them to actually get on there. And as far as I know, Fiverr has pretty not so stringent rules, but like you can't have certain stuff on it. So that just makes it even harder. So I feel sorry for all the artists out there. It sucks, and it's going to be very interesting, to say the least, to see where things are going to go. God, this censorship stuff is just getting ridiculous. Speaking of censorship, I got a little rant to talk about with Amazon next, so oh boy, hope you guys look forward to that. It's gonna suck. Really bad. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. If you got a topic you want to hear me talk about, because I really do want to branch out on other stuff, please let me know down below. Just kind of doing my thing with this, like I said I would. Talking about anime, video games, manga, figures, whatever the hell I want to talk about. Probably going to have another figure review up soon, because I know some people really like those. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. See y'all later. Peace out.